It's the big game you've all been waiting for. Welcome back to the Aurora Red Foxes Dynasty as your number 17, winners of 11 straight Aurora Red Foxes, will take on Florida International as they head to New Orleans for the New Orleans Bowl. Now, strangely, Kirk Herbstreit will be taking the Panthers in this game. They do have a better rush offense than we have. The turnover differential is about the same, but outside of that, Aurora dominates in every category. And when you keep in mind that they've won 11 straight, some of those against winning record teams like ULL and Arkansas State, it's interesting to look at Florida International's record at 6-6, see the opponents they played, and the toughest matchup they've had is maybe number 9, is number 9 Marshall, who they lost to. Everyone else in conference looks pretty weak. But we will also be keeping an eye on offensive players today. Marcus Timberlake and Chuck Oferije looking to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving this year. But it's going to be up to the defense to keep Christian Alexander, the dual threat quarterback for Florida International, in check. And here we are in New Orleans, the Superdome, where the Aurora Red Foxes will take on the Panthers. Coach Mashburn in his second bowl game, or third bowl game actually overall. We can't forget about the one that he had in Wyoming as well. But this time, looking to come away with a W. And I think Florida International is a weak enough opponent that this should be a breeze for him. Kickoff underway here as that kick is sent deep to Paul Phillips, and he will take it out from about 5 yards deep of his own end zone. Phillips trying to make a cut and unable to get free as he is rocked to the ground after a 20-yard return, and Aurora will start out here at about the 14-yard line. Not great field position. First and 10, handoff here to Marcus Timberlake as he gains nothing there. Defense all over him. And I imagine that FIU's defense is going to be keying in hard on the run, seeing how successful it's been all year for Aurora. As Gaines here on second down, able to fire downfield, has a man wide open. It's Isaiah Irvin who takes the hit and connects there for 31 yards on the crossing pattern. Now Timberlake here on an outside rush, trying to get to the perimeter, unable to really get all the way out there as he picks up 5. Now 2nd and 5 again from the pistol. Here's Oferije making a nice juke move, able to get to the outside, breaks the tackle, and fights his way past the 20 down to about the 16-yard line. The big 6'6" tight end, Chuck Oferije, able to come up in aces there. Now it's 2nd and 8. They audible the formation here. They go with 2 backs. Gaines looking, throw over the middle, touchdown, Chuck Oferije. Good call there to change up the play. They just have Chuck Oferije run up the seam. And that was a soft spot in the coverage, and sure enough, Chandler Gaines saw it in a heartbeat and got it there. 7-0 Aurora. As here is Christian Alexander's first throw here, able to get it outside to Matt Carey, and he will go out of bounds after a gain of 12 to pick up the first. Now 2nd and 10, I formation. They're going to hand it off here to Jones. Jones breaking to the outside, and he has to be carried down from behind by Quentin Cage by the back of his neck. Fortunately, it wasn't called a penalty there, but it'll be 3rd and 7 now. Now Alexander throwing to his left, missing wide of the target. Incomplete pass, and Aurora gets an early stop. So now 7-0 again. Here's the punt back deep here to Paul Phillips. He'll field it here from the 20, and he'll begin his return. Getting to the outside, makes one man miss to the 35. Trying to get to the 40, stretching it past the 45 as he's finally met by a gang of tacklers. But a big 25-yard return there to get Aurora some decent field position, making up for that kickoff return from earlier on. They go read option here on 2nd and 9. Gaines able to get to the outside. Good block downfield. And he's shoved out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Aurora striking early here in the early going of the first. Now Gaines looking over the middle, able to find Willoughby Sinclair. The Englishman picks up 8 yards. Good little move there. They usually go to that in and out move for Oferije on that route, but instead went underneath here. Throw to the outside. Now to Chuck Oferije in some serious traffic. What a dot in there, as Chuck Oferije has 60 yards in the first quarter already. Already over 900 on the year as he looks for 1,000. Another guy looking for 1,000 today is Marcus Timberlake. He's able to pick up 5 yards there. He's got 12 thus far on 4 carries. Now 2nd and 5, trips left. Gaines gonna look over the middle, finds Isaiah Irving, the senior, able to hold on there. 9 yards over the middle, the toughest part of the field, and it'll be first and goal for Aurora. They line up in the pistol. Timberlake straight ahead, read option, touchdown. Aurora getting out ahead quick here, 13-0. The offense has been outstanding thus far as FIU looks to finally try to get some sort of response here. They find Darius Scott there on the outside post. Now they go short here on the screen pass to Anthony Jones, and that gets blown up. Dante Devine able to get there in the backfield, and that's a loss of 1. Now 2nd and 11. Just before midfield, Alexander able to break free of Andre Swift's grasp, but not able to get away from Craig Kilgore there. They bring him down after a gain of 2. Now 3rd and 8. Alexander moving in the pocket, able to fire downfield and finds Darius Scott again. That was a tight throw as well there. A nice response there from Christian Alexander, just able to get it past the outstretched hands there of Stephon Porter. Now here's 1st and 10. Alexander trying to run a screen and finds himself in trouble. Sacked. That time he doesn't get away from Andre Swift. It'll be 2nd and 20 now. Alexander going to run away again. This time able to find some room upfield and gets down to about the 22-yard line, just short of the marker. I should say the 24. Now they're running again here, and Anthony Jones is able to get the first down. So a blown opportunity there. 20 yards to go, and they were able to pick it all up in 2 plays. Quick throw over the middle here to Gator on the crossing pattern. Able to take that slant for about 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Almost got us off sides there, but here's a handoff. Here to Jones, going to take it straight up the middle and try to break out to his right as he picks up 9 yards and another first. Now 1st and goal for FIU, and Craig Kilgore coming in there to make a crucial stop. Able to stop him there for 2 yards. And a bunch in here in this 3-4 look. Maxwell trying to get to the outside as he subs in, and he will get nowhere. Quentin Cage having none of that today. That will force them to kick. Field goal is up and good, and FIU is finally on the board here in the 2nd quarter. So now Aurora will take over again here at the 25-yard line. They're going to go read option again, and the blocking's not there, but Gaines able to break away, trying to make the most of what he could there. Unfortunately, results in a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They've got 3 wide receivers out here in the pistol. Gaines going to throw out to his left. Caught. Isaiah Irving able to go ahead and pick up 9 yards there. Make this a manageable 3rd and 2 now. Here's the handoff to Timberlake, and they have it snuffed out. The free safety coming in there to make the play, Shamark Spence. Now it's 4th and 4. Here's this punt back deep here. Oh, wait, no, actually a line drive kick going straight to Ware, who just fair catches it as the coverage was already there, but it's a short punt that gives FIU field position at the 35. Alexander here trying to break away, not able to get free there. Was able to get away from Craig Kilgore, but Dante Devine, the corner, coming up and making a good solid tackle there as he gets nothing. Now 2nd and 10. I formation again here, or single back formation I should say. Out to the left here, finds Pinder. Able to shake off the tackle and get out of bounds after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Now a throw over in the middle again to Gator as he picks up 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. Here's Jones trying to get to the outside. He'll go nowhere. Great stop there by Sam Montgomery coming up from his free safety position to force 4th down. And now here's a kick from 57. No good. Wide left. It certainly did look like it had the distance. Paul Phillips had no chance to return this one. But yes, wide left on the kick, and Aurora will take over now at about the 40-yard line. Here's a handoff to Timberlake, trying to stretch it out here, as Aurora likes to do. They like to really stretch the field on their run plays, unable to do so there as they lose 1. Pass here, nearly picked off by Aaron Brown. He was looking for Dante Devine there, Isaiah Irving there, and not able to get him. Here's a comeback route though on 3rd and 11 to Cam Frazier. Gets low, able to hang on for 12 yards. A crucial first down there. Now they're able to run some clock here. As we approach the 2-minute warning, it's Marcus Timberlake going down. A loss of 2. Now 2nd and 10. Gaines looking. He's going to check down underneath here to Winslow. Trying to juke his way free as he gets shoved out of bounds after a gain of 8. 3rd and 4 now. Pass midfield. Gaines looking. Short throw to Cam Frazier again. That one was in traffic. I don't advise that one. It'll be 4th and 4. Now Watts back to punt again. Nearly got this one blocked. But look at this one by Darius Watts. He's able to go ahead and drop that one right in the corner. And they will have to start at about the 3-yard line. And on 1st and 10, that goes nowhere. David Johnson caught in the backfield. They'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Time winding down now with 38 seconds left. They get another short gain here. Only a gain of 2. And Nashville calls timeout. And then they lose a yard here on the carry to Anthony Jones. So Aurora will get one more shot here. 35 seconds with one timeout as they almost block the punt. And here's Phillips from midfield. Phillips to the 40, trying to get free, and this time gets shoestring tackled. And Aurora will have it inside the 40-yard line. And they've done so well through the air today, 137 through the air. The surprise, the run game not getting going. Here's a throw over the middle to Ofer Rijay, but that's over the middle of the field. They got to hurry it up now all of a sudden. 10 seconds left, one timeout. Gaines looking, throw. Able to get there to Isaiah Irving on the slant pattern as he gets 11 yards, and that's going to bring out the field goal unit. Aurora uses one last timeout. 2 seconds left here. Sean O'Shea from 49. Kick is up and good. Straight through the uprights. And Aurora will go into halftime with a 17-3 lead after an explosive first quarter. And not quite as great of a second quarter as they would have liked. We'll have to see what adjustments they make to go ahead and keep the momentum going here and keep the defense pumped. After a first half that the Aurora Red Foxes were able to go into the locker room and pretty much hold their heads up high, I still think that despite the 149 passing yards and 28 rushes, the domination on time of possession, that Aurora still needs to keep their foot on the pedal here. Their offense has got to get back into first quarter form. And we'll see if they do so here. The defense, however, has not been a disappointment. Anthony Jones, on his first carry here, only gets 3. 3rd and 5 now for the Panthers. Alexander looking deep downfield, able to find a man. Anthony Gator, they're going to say he stayed in bounds. Huge play that gets the Panthers past midfield. And now Alexander here from the 45, going to throw just to the outside, throws it over the head of his receiver and safely out of bounds. Now 2nd and 10. Alexander looking here. 3 wideouts, 1 tight end. It goes to carry the tight end as Mack goes ahead and picks up 3 yards. Now 3rd and 7. Here's Alexander. Looking in the pocket. Pressure bearing down on him. Able to get this one away and find a man. It's Matt Carey making the catch. And now they find themselves inside the 25. Now 1st and 10. Alexander now looking to scramble away. No spy, no pressure. Able to get there. He fumbles the football. And it's, oh no, it got picked up by Freddie Pender of FIU. There were 3 Red Foxes in the vicinity of this play. Watch it again here on replay. Carrington able to knock this ball out. And then there were 3 Red Foxes who dive at this football, and somehow Pender comes away with it. Now 1st and goal. A lucky break there for FIU as Anthony Jones picks up 4 yards on the rush. It'll be 2nd and goal now. They come out a 1-5-5. Throw over the middle. Pender touchdown. And FIU is starting to dwindle away at this lead here as that puts them at 10. Big touchdown there for FIU to make this game interesting. It's 1 possession again. Throw over the middle here on 2nd and 10 for Blanchard as he runs the little halfback angle and picks up 7. Now 3rd and 3. They go read option. Gaines just getting to the first down marker and slides down. They will give him enough. 1st and 10 for Aurora to keep the drive alive. Now Gaines on read option again. Trying to swivel his way through and able to pick up 8. Be enough to get them past the 35-yard line to about the 36. Now for 2nd and 2. They come out in an offset eye pistol formation. Winslet comes in motion left. They signal it and draw it up perfectly here for Timberlake, who's able to gas through the hole and pick up 16 yards on the play. Great job there by Gaines to recognize it, move Winslet to his right, and now a throw deep over the middle, wide open was Sinclair, but it bounces right off his hands. Incomplete. I think he heard footsteps and dropped what should have been an easy 20-yard gain. Now 2nd and 10. Gaines gonna go downfield one more time. This time jump ball for Oferije. Not able to hold on to it. I think maybe Irving was the intended receiver, but Oferije went at it. Now 3rd and 10, and there's a sighting here. It's DJ Smith over the middle catching that one. Normally a downfield guy, but able to pick up 12 and the necessary 1st down. Now Gaines here on 1st and 10. They go speed option. He's able to hold on to it himself and pick up 8. Now on 2nd and 10. Play action to the right. Gaines rolling out, looking, throws for Blanchard, who was short there, but he drops a pass. And now suddenly it seems like no one on this Aurora receiving corps can hold on to the football. They'll hand it off here on 3rd and 2, and Marcus Timberlake gets stuck in the backfield. They'll mark it pretty much just a loss of nothing. Force 4th and 2, and Aurora will pick. And Sean O'Shea sends that one through. 20-10 the score now for Aurora, pushing it back to a 2-possession game. 2:16 left in the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with it, and here he is getting free. Anthony Jones getting past tacklers, and he picks up 16 on that one. Good start here for FIU as now Alexander is getting loose. Christian Alexander gets wrapped up here just in time. Only a gain of 3. Thankfully, Montgomery Ward was able to make the stop. Now 2nd and 10. They try to run to the outside again here with Jones. Jones trying to fight through this tackle of Sam Montgomery, but is finally brought down after a gain of 2. 3rd and 5. Defense needs a big stop here. Alexander looking. Swing pass out to his right, able to find Jones, fighting for that 1st down marker, and gets through Dante Devine to do so. 6 yards as he gets out of bounds. Should possibly be the final play of the 3rd quarter here. 2nd and 10 over the middle. He finds Scott, able to hang on to that one on the crossing pattern, and picks up a big 1st down that gets them near the red zone now. One more play to go here in the 3rd. Throw to Pinder. Underneath, able to bounce off the tackler. Pinder into the end zone. Touchdown. That was all effort and physicality there from Pinder as he broke one tackle and stayed on his feet, able to fight his way into that end zone. As now Aurora finds themselves only up by 3. 1st carry there goes to David Blanchard as he grumbles forward for 6 yards. The big man does. Now on 2nd and 4, Gaines. 4th quarter begins, going to keep it himself. Slides as he approaches the 40-yard line, picking up the 1st down. Aurora has to keep going here. 1st and 10 to the outside, post pattern. It's DJ Smith. He gets open again. 19 yards on that one. That's a route he's more familiar with, getting to the outside there as they hit him deep downfield. It'll be 1st and 10. Now at the 45-yard line, Gaines going to go read option and goes nowhere. Marked right back at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now a big 3rd and 10 here. Throw over the middle to Willoughby Sinclair, able to hold on despite the hit. He gets 7, but it's not enough for the 1st. That brings out Sean O'Shea one more time, this time from 51. Nails it through. Right down the middle for Sean O'Shea. He's come up clutch. But now it's still a 1-possession game for FIU. They can take the lead here on this possession. Outside to Pinder does this pass go. They go with a little quick screen. He picks up 3. Now 2nd and 7. Alexander from under center. Looking, deep throw downfield. Off the hands, however, of Matt Carey. So it seems like FIU also having trouble holding onto the football. Now it's 3rd and 7. Alexander goes to his right, able to throw downfield. Finds his man, it's Patrick Bell. Big 16-yard reception there as he gets out of bounds. And this place is coming unglued right now, this New Orleans Bowl. Very, very exciting thus far. 23-17 still. Carey able to get past midfield, downfield for a 20-yard gain as he's brought down at about the 37. Now 1st and 10. Alexander goes play action, but the pressure gets there. It's Craig Kilgore. They go play action to try to roll to the right, and Craig Kilgore came from his blind side, circled all the way around and hit him hard. 6 yards lost there. Now 2nd and 16. And he's just going to go down immediately as he's met by Craig Kilgore one more time. Or actually, no, that was Rongi Unatoa who was actually spying him that time. You don't want to get hit by him either. Now 3rd and 12. Under 5 minutes to go here. Move the tight end in motion right. Alexander looking. Throws underneath here. Oh, they tried to run a mid-screen for Pinder, and it goes nowhere. Well, actually, no, he does pick up positive yardage. It's 3 yards, and they'll have to kick another long field goal here. This time, it doinks off the left upright. No good. Once again, a kick from them that had the distance, but this time, it's closer, but doinks right off the upright. So now all Aurora has to do is score one more time or just run this clock out. Everything's in their favor right now as Timberlake picks up 2. 2nd and 8. They move Irving in motion right. Here it comes, stretch left. Timberlake looking for room, and he gets walloped there after a gain of 5. Now 3rd and 3. Read option. Timberlake able to take this carry straight up the middle. Huge hole for him as he picks up 11. Another big 3rd down conversion for Aurora. Now 2:32 left to go here. Blanchard going to take this carry, and look at the big boy rumble. Great blocking in front there by Marcus Timberlake to go ahead and get the man 11 yards. Now 1st and 10 with 2 minutes to go. Winslid trying to get free there, able to roll through that tackle, leans forward and gets 9 yards, and FIU will burn their first timeout. 2nd and 1. Timberlake will get just close to the 1st down marker, and they will give it to him. So with 1:54 left, FIU only has 1 timeout. Aurora controls the clock now. Timberlake trying to get to his outside there, not able to do so. He stopped. Only a gain of 1 there. And FIU burns their final timeout. Hand off again to Timberlake to his left. Lots of room past the 1st down marker, and that will do it. Aurora has done it. They win their first ever bowl game down here in New Orleans as they take one final knee with a final score of 23-17, and they celebrate now as Coach Mashburn is hosted up by his players, and a great game in this first half for Aurora. Really suspect towards the end there as the defense was giving up big pass plays, but sure enough, they did enough to hold on. They controlled the clock, as Mashburn loves to do, as the coaches go ahead and talk it up at the end of this game here. And boy, what an effort here by Aurora. Great first half. They did not break in the 4th. And they did what they needed to go ahead and secure this victory. What a magical season for Aurora. 12-1, 12 straight wins after that week 1 loss to Colorado, where it seemed like it was business as usual, but no, instead, a magical season. Marcus Timberlake will finish the year with over 900 yards rushing, but only 60 yards on the ground today. Ofarije had a hot first quarter, picking up 60 of his 61 yards and then fell silent afterwards. Also responsible for the passing touchdown as well. And that's what you love to see right there. No blocking errors whatsoever from Aurora. Clean pockets for Chandler Gaines. No sacks. Nothing given up. Well done by that offensive line, who actually deserves more credit. I didn't talk about them a lot in this entire game. And then Sean O'Shea making those field goals was crucial, as we'll see later on. FIU lost by 6. What did they miss? 2 field goals, 6 points. Turns out to be the difference in this one. Anthony Jones, 13 carries, 43 yards. You have Freddie Pinder leading the way for the receivers with 5 receptions, 51 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The biggest one being that one where he broke the tackle just before the end of the 3rd quarter to go ahead and get in that end zone. We got 2 sacks on the quarterback, which was really good. One of them very clutch by Craig Kilgore as he circled around on that play-action play. That held them to that long field goal that doinked off the upright. And there it is. Jose Borregales missing 2 field goals. They were from distance, but that sure enough was the difference in this game. And when you look at the 3rd down conversions, both teams are actually pretty good at it today. 54% for Florida International as they went 6-11. Aurora 50%, only 4 of 8 on their opportunities. Thank you all again so much for watching the bowl game. We will be streaming the offseason. I will get a schedule out for that soon. I'm hoping to do it either this weekend or possibly early on next week. Thank you all again so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and we'll talk the recruiting for next year then.